We're going to do a version of the Microcosmic Orbit Meditation, or the small heavenly orbit. This one can be done seated in a chair or a stool or on the edge of the bed or on a cushion on the floor or the ground if you like. If you can, find yourself facing west. If you don't know which way west is, you can just choose to treat the direction you're facing as if it's west. It doesn't have to be perfect. So imagine you're facing west, or actually be facing west if you can. Close the eyes. Just take a moment and notice the parts of your body touching closest to the earth, parts of your body touching your cushion or the chair or the edge of the bed. Take a moment and imagine a thin string or filament is gently pulling up on the crown point of your head to elongate the spine. Breathe in and let the body expand. Breathe out and let the body release back toward center. Imagine way behind you, toward the east or your imaginary east, that the sun is just beginning to rise. Just watch the sun, or imagine you can see or just be aware of the sun behind you as it begins to arc up way behind you in the sky. Imagine that the day is just passing as you sit in stillness and the sun begins to arc up overhead. Your tongue is up to the roof of the mouth. And the sun begins to arc in front of you and down. Just imagine you can see it through your closed eyes as it begins to set in the distance and it falls below the horizon. And imagine that somehow you can see it through the earth as it begins to travel down below you and in front until it's on exactly the other side of the earth below you. And it begins to rise up beneath the earth, getting ready to rise again. Just see that ball of light begin to emerge over the horizon behind you, not having to turn back, but somehow seeing it there as it rises up overhead, way above you. It begins to arc down in front of you, following it with the eyes until it sinks below the horizon. You follow it down to the west, keep going below the earth, down in front of you, way down, then the other side of the earth, way down below. And as you breathe in, begin to see it rise up, comes above the horizon behind you, up into the sky above the head. And as you breathe out, see it begin to descend toward the west, see it falling below the horizon, going down below the earth. And as it reaches the point directly below you, breathing in, the sun arcs up way behind you, all the way up over the head on the in-breath. And as you breathe out, send it down, arcing way out to the west, below the horizon, down on the other side of the earth, down to the point directly beneath you as you sit. Follow it like that with the breath, breathing in. The sun arcs all the way on its massive, unimaginably big orbit, all the way up till it's overhead. And then breathing out till it sinks and falls all the way down to way below you. And imagine as you continue this, breathing in, the sun rising and arcing way behind you up to the top. And breathing out, see it falling and swaying down the front, down to the point below. Begin to imagine that you and the earth somehow combine down into a point, just following the path of the sun through an orbit. Breathing in, and it goes way from down below to way behind you and the earth, and then way up overhead. And as you breathe out, it travels in a big semicircle out in front, down, swaying down below to the point directly beneath you. Breathing in, the sun arcs from the bottom up behind you to the top. Breathing out, the sun travels to the front and down, all the way out to some imagined horizon in space, down to the point directly below you. Breathing in, the tongue up to the roof of the mouth, the sun goes up. Breathe out, the tongue still up, the sun arcs back down. Stay with that. Breathing in and seeing the sun in space traveling up behind you to whatever is above. Breathe out, see the sun arc down, way out in front to down below. As you keep doing this, imagine that the sun begins to move in closer, and it becomes smaller as it does. Still breathing in, it moves from down below, all the way back behind you and up. Breathing out, it moves out in front and arcs down to way down below. See it getting closer and smaller, and the same warmth, though, felt against the body, until it is as if the sun is a ball of light, maybe the size of a softball or a baseball, and it's orbiting and circling around you in a circle just a few meters in diameter. Breathing in maybe 3 or 5, it doesn't matter exactly how much. It arcs from down below you. You could almost touch it as it arcs up overhead. Following with the eyes, breathing out and seeing it roll down, arcing in front of you down below. Stay with it. Maybe it's circling around you, just a meter or 2 above you, and a few meters in front and back, and a meter or 2 below the surface you're on right now. Following with the eyes, breathing it in up the back, breathing it out down the front. Bring it in a little bit closer until now it's the size of a ball, maybe an inch across. And at the very bottom of the orbit, it's at the space at your perineum, or in Chinese, what we call the meeting point of yin. And now, rather than rolling on a big semicircle behind you, as you breathe in, just see it traveling right up along the surface of your back. This ball of light up to the top of the head. See it begin to roll down the forehead. As it passes the point of your mouth, your tongue up to the roof of the mouth. Breathe out and just see this ping pong ball or golf ball sized ball of light just rolling down the surface of the front of your body. Back down to the perineum, doesn't go down below that now. Breathing in, it moves from the tailbone, just rolling up the back surface of the body, up to the top of the head, following with the eyes. And then breathe out, rolling it down the front. That's the heart. and the solar plexus and the abdomen, down below the meeting point of yin at your perineum. Now breathing it in, and it's right at the surface of the body, maybe the size now of a pearl. Breathing in, this pearl of light rolls up the back to the top of the head. And breathe out, it rolls down past the throat and heart and navel, down to the meeting point of yin, following it with the eyes. Breathing in this small pearl of light, rolling up the back, maybe just under the surface of the body, rolling up just inside the head, watching it with the eyes. Seeing it go down past the nose and the upper palate and the tongue. And breathing out, sending it from the chin, down along the heart, navel, back to the perineum. Stay with that a few rounds on your own. Breathing it in, rolling it up the back. Breathing it out, rolling it down the front. And up to the roof of the mat. The image is clear, that's good. If it becomes more abstract or just the intention of moving, that's good too. Breathing it in, rolling it up the back. Breathing it out, rolling it down past the heart and the navel to the meeting point of yin at your perineum. A few more times. You're ready. It rolls down the front. Just imagine it rolls inside your abdomen when it reaches around this point of your navel. So that now as you look down, there's this ball of light midway between your navel and what's called the minmen, the point on the spine directly opposite the navel. And look down and see the ball. Notice what size it wants to be. Maybe it's a pearl, maybe it's filling the space between the navel and the minmen. Either way is fine. Notice if it has a color. You can either invite that ball of light to remain there as you get ready to bring your attention back to the world outside. You can just let it fade. Just let it dissipate very gently. Take a moment to notice the connection of your body to the chair or whatever it is you're sitting on. Connection of your feet to the surface below you. You can open your eyes and look around. It started to rain outside where I'm at now. That's it. That's one version of the microcosmic orbit. And now you just go about your day and pretend nothing happened. Thanks.